Good morning.
Good morning to the people watching online. We don't have anybody in-house yet, except your kids are watching. What did Ethan say right before we went live here?
I don't know. What did he say?
He's like, what did he say about judgy kids? He's like, don't worry, Mom. You just have a small audience of judgy kids.
Oh, snap.
You do have the best kids. But I have awesome. Miss Jen Sloan with me here this morning.
Great to be back. I love doing the pre-show with you guys. It's so nice to like fill in and
yeah,
that's awesome.
Banter for half an hour and then maybe throw in some important information. But Pastor Cheryl and Pastor Carl are away, just taking some time. And so you'll probably see this familiar face and maybe another one for the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So Jen, you know how this goes. I always like to ask a silly question to intro.
All right, let's do it. What do you got? Hit me with it.
Are you a real Christmas tree or a fake Christmas tree person?
I am a no Christmas tree person. I mean,
I love how honest you are.
I'm a bit of a Scrooge. I really am. We
Zach
do put
in the back saying you're a Scrooge.
I know. We do put up a Christmas tree. Actually, in the last few years, we've put up a Christmas tree because I've needed an activity to do with my kids, like a homeschool one. So
put up a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I sent you the pre-show and throughout, I mean, we're coming close to Christmas, right? And so I have like in the pre-show, we'll have a bunch of Christmas fun quizzes and stuff like that. She's like, wow, I'm so excited. I love Christmas. But Jen, you told me this week that you put up a Christmas tree.
I did. I even put up stockings.
And isn't that like the first time in a bit or?
Well, we do have a Christmas tree up. It usually just comes up later, but we put one up early and it's there.
And it's a fake one.
It's a fake one. The girls put it up. So
we also have a Christmas tree and a fireplace. Yeah. If you come in and or see through the live camera, George has beautifully decorated Impact Church for Christmas time. And he had some help, I believe, from Sherry, just doing a couple of different wreaths. But it's so fun because every year they try to switch up the theme just for decorating. So this year, red, it's plaid. It's black and red plaid.
Honestly, the building looks awesome.
Gold. Doesn't it look
cute? Beautiful, yeah. For even somebody who loves Christmas decorations.
That's right. Anyways, welcome to, who do you have joining with you online?
I have Jeremy Wright, Sharon Bruder. I have James Graham. Good morning, everyone. Ludovic's online.
The Moose and Decas.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I know Moose and Decas, you have some kids. Other people watching have some kids. We actually have some fun kids announcements this morning.
Huge.
We've got just some really powerful testimonies again with Stefan in the outreach ministry. And then some of our Impact family, we have some news on them as well. So, well, let's get to it. So why don't we start with some kids announcements? Do you want to tell them something big happening next Sunday? We are having a kids event. You guys are awesome. Great? Another Christmas event for the kids. And we just had one for Halloween. It was honestly awesome. Lots of kids. So good to see kids we hadn't seen in. Massive hallelujah party.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I think we had served and got rid of like over 50 candy bags.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which is wild.
Yes. We are still eating the candy.
Oh my God. Your kids were so great. We had, so how it works usually with the kids events is that there's different stations just with COVID to be super safe. But I think we actually have a kids promo video. I'm going to let Kelly and George take it away with more information.
Yeah.
Hello, Impact Kids. We have some exciting news for you.
We have the event of the year.
On Sunday, December 6th from 12 to 1.
We have an event where we're going to be practicing social distancing, very safe. You're going to travel with your family unit from Christmas station to Christmas station.
Register today.
See you there.
Back to us. Isn't that fun? I know you probably see it every week, but we just want to make sure we could have new viewers that pop on. So we want to make sure the fun kids event is happening next Sunday. Again, 12 to 1. So you can RSVP your kids online just to let us know how many kids we might be getting. But before next Sunday, actually, there is a last minute kids event.
So good.
What's
On
happening?
Tuesday at 4:00, we are doing a scavenger hunt for the kids.
Isn't that fun?
It's going to be so good.
Oh, it's going to be wild. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on in the pre-show, just the details of the scavenger hunt. But this coming Tuesday at 4:00. So
Stay tuned for more details.
yeah, so this will probably be the last Sunday, I believe, in the sermon series called Grace, It Isn't Fair, which has been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed last week's Divine Paradox sermon.
That was awesome. And I loved when Pastor Carl at the very end kind of wrapped it up, after this.
Yes.
COVID's not going to be around forever.
Yeah.
And God's still moving and he's still doing stuff. So after this, believe for big things because God's so good and wants to bless you.
Yeah, I like it. And so next week we're starting a new sermon series, and we, of course, like any good sermon series, have a promo for it. So if media team wants to roll out, what's it going to be?
We'll see.
Join us, Home for Christmas Sermon Series.
Every Sunday in December.
This Christmas, a lot of people will be celebrating Christmas at home, but we want to celebrate how at Christmas time, Jesus came and made his home amongst us, and he now lives inside of us.
We'd love to have you so you can save a seat on our website.
Merry Christmas!
Back to us. Jeez, we were just talking about the promo video. We were filming and I was like, this feels like an awkward family photo by the Christmas tree. Anyways, no, it's going to be good. We thought the theme with like the plaid, it's like almost homey. You know, when you wear flannel pajamas or something, we're like, oh, yeah, home for Christmas. It was funny. We actually had decided the theme of what the Christmas decorations were going to be before the sermon series.
I mean, that makes sense.
Right? Naturally. So anyways, that's going to be fun. So we're going to be doing that for all of December will be that new sermon series. And so speaking of promo videos, oh my gosh, George was going through some old, actually we were at lunchtime, the staff were going through old promo videos. And oh my gosh, like Pastor Carl would get really into it. Pastor Carl and the team, like, so anyway, starting December, I was like, these are actually too good to pass by. So next, in the coming weeks, I'm going to be asking Sue to play some old promo videos just from sermon series and stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But okay, so I have a question for the audience and for you.
Okay.
Speaking of flashbacks,
Ooh.
throwbacks,
Yeah.
if you flashback to any era, what era would it be? Did you pre-prep this answer? By
No,
the way?
I didn't. But I think, even though I was born in the 1980s, I think I'd want to be my age in the 1980s. Like, I think it would have been really cool. I don't know.
Your
I love
age,
80s
like your
music.
current age?
Yeah, my current age.
Do you want to tell everyone? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm almost 40. It's fine. I'm dealing with it. But I think it would be so fun to be an adult in the 80s. I don't know. I just love the music. I love the awesome
They had
clothes.
some, I was going to say nuts outfits.
Haired styles. Like, come on.
It's funny. You even look back 10, 15 years at some photos of yourself. You're like, wow, the times have changed.
Yeah. What about you, Madeline?
I actually don't have an answer to this question.
All right. What about to those online? Give us a shout out.
Jen's on Facebook this morning. I'm watching on YouTube. If you're on YouTube and you want to say hello, what era would you flash back to? Do you have any answers?
Yeah, we've got somebody first century to see Jesus in person.
Oh, that's
Come
actually
on,
who gave
that's a
that
really
answer?
good one. Shirley Nardi?
Oh my gosh, that's actually
Nartine?
that's a great answer.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, Jeremy Wright says flashback to the age of flash dance.
When's Flash? I'm so sorry. What era was Flash dancing?
I don't know, but great movie.
Jeremy, what age or anybody watching online? When was that?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 80s? Late 80s?
Okay. See, so around the
I
same
don't know.
time that you'd flash back to.
Yeah, I mean, I could be a flashback dancer. That's fine.
That's what I'm going to have you dress up as next week for the pre-show. We're going to be playing these throwback videos, and then you can wear whatever. You're going to flash back in time for outfits.
I mean,
that actually would be really fun. Anyways, so outreach ministry, Stefan, we actually have a testimony. So this card testimony been floating around. So Judson and Mary got it a couple of weeks ago. I finally learned how to drive stick, and I'm a master now at stick.
Awesome.
And then Stefan, he's got his license, and for the first time ever, I should have sent Sue a picture, but Stefan picked up his car.
Amazing.
Which is a big deal.
Good. Yeah.
Because he's been doing outreach ministry, and so finally, he walks everywhere, has some people that go out on outreach ministry with him, who I've been generous and drive, but he now has and it's not just a small car, it's like a big vehicle.
It's beautiful.
It's really
beautiful. So congratulations, Stefan. We're really, really excited for you.
Yeah. And speaking of outreach ministry, Stefan's gone out and he sent in a couple of pictures if the media team wants to play it. But they've been going out with the Cliff Bars and the water bottles and just have been building relationship with people and just been chatting with them. And he's working really hard. He is working really hard.
Yeah.
But around Christmas time, I think even on Christmas morning, like at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., he wants to give some people some breakfast. So he's been in just communication relationship with other organizations in London that bless the city.
Yeah.
And they have, I believe, like lunch and dinner covered. But not a lot of people are going out early Christmas morning to bless people. And so he is like, hey, why don't we get like whoever wants to join or the team, his outreach team, and build breakfast for people and go out early for them.
He's so awesome.
And he's like, I want to give them like, all the classic Christmas.
He's so awesome.
Surprise
Stefan,
in a
you're
box.
such a great dude. You are so good.
Isn't that really awesome?
I love him. That's awesome. What a heart for people, hey?
Oh, yeah. And I think all he started with was, Steph, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but was like a backpack and a case of water. It's just like, I'm just going to go out with whatever I have and bless people. And it's turned into something bigger.
Like huge, like blankets, coats, like Columbia
like a
has
whole
donated.
warehouse.
Yeah. Like Columbia has donated coats and boots. This is just awesome. I mean, and now having a vehicle for him, he can reach more people in the city, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And he had an outreach training session and everything. So that's been really, really cool. And I think in the wintertime, it might look a little different. Like we might get I know he has some mittens and scarves already, but talking about setting up a booth by the Ark, just handing out that kind of stuff. So
yeah, and we had Shirley. She was knitting a bunch of scarves for people.
Oh my gosh,
a whole bag
bunch of scarves.
So it's awesome that other people are getting in on that and blessing people in this city. So that's awesome.
Do you know how to knit, crochet?
No, I don't. We have knitting needles and yarn. Maybe one time I would pick that up.
Actually, it's so funny. I literally bought knitting needles and yarn, and I was like, I'm gonna set out to learn how to knit. Because you see you see people just sit in front of like TV and mindlessly like knit great blankets and everything and scarves. Like, man, I want like a mindless activity, productive, right? Yeah. So I could bless people, but nope, never happened.
My mother-in-law made blankets for the kids a couple years ago for Christmas, and they were beautiful. And then Zach and I asked for one each for like our birthdays or something. And honestly, they're the most used blankets in our house. There's just something about like cozy, warm, woolly blankets and homemade. I love that.
I know something about them. So welcome to everyone watching online. I don't know if we have some new folks and in-house, but we're just going through announcements on a pre-show here. And speaking of small groups, the youth, I see Brooklyn.
And Madison,
kids. The youth went to Sky Zone this past Wednesday.
It was epic.
And if you guys want to play those pictures, we have a couple of pictures of the kids. Jumping on trampolines, everything was super safe. Like, they get you, they screen you at the front. You got to wear a mask walking around. And then you normally get your own trampoline, one kid per trampoline jumping at a time. So, but you ended up coming, which is a really lovely surprise. And we actually have an amazing video of Kenesha. I had this grand idea, like, let's do like a cute video jumping together. This is what ended up happening.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's me laughing in the background, by the way. Just dying.
I was like, 1, 2, and then there goes Kenesha.
Oh.
You're just tumbling.
What a good sport. Honestly, you guys are the best leaders ever. I feel blessed that our kids, not just my kids, but all the Impact youth, get to spend time guys and hang out with you. You
That's
guys
so nice
just
to
really,
say, Jen.
really bless their lives. And
We love the kids.
Lots and lots of fun. Like belly laughs.
Belly laughing.
Yeah.
And we actually, speaking of great leaders, we had our men's breakfast yesterday with Stephen Henry and Henry Redekop, and it was really good.
Yeah.
Just some awesome guys stepped up to the plate and said, yeah, we'll lead a men's group once a month, Saturday breakfast. And Stephen Henry had actually sent me some notes just from yesterday, talking about character traits from Daniel's life that you could learn. And here were the 5. Daniel was committed. Daniel was competent. He was courageous, compassionate, and creative. Isn't that great? That reminds me of Pastor
good.
Carl just doing a really good job at packaging it, like with all the different C's. So men's breakfast has been happening the last Saturday of the month at 9 a.m. But speaking of small groups, those are going to be coming to an end. Next week will be the last week of groups.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of groups, your women's group.
Yes.
Big topic tomorrow night.
Big topic, sexuality in the church. So tomorrow night at 7:30, again, just because there's, 1 week left, it's not too late to join in. We really want to have that conversation. So if you're a woman, you're free at 7:30 on Tuesday, please join us because we've had some really great conversations.
Oh, incredible conversations.
Really good. Yeah.
And you guys go into breakout rooms. It's really good. So next week, you can always just email the office for the Zoom link and stuff like that. groups@impactlondon.ca. And then, so next week, last week of groups, then December 9th, which is the week after, it's a Wednesday, we're going to have like a COVID-safe Christmas party.
That's awesome.
It's just going to be a bunch of fun here at 7 p.m. with some maybe Christmas snacks, some games. So it'll be fun.
Yes.
And we have some breaking news birthdays this week. And we have Miss Karen Elliott's birthdays actually today.
Oh, happy birthday, Karen.
And then who else do we have? Jeremy Wright.
Jeremy!
The commenter that you see, the lovely face. Tomorrow is his birthday. Jeremy, in the comment section, what are you doing for your birthday?
Yeah.
How are you celebrating?
We want to know.
We
want to know.
And then Miss Talia's far away, but her birthday is on Tuesday the 1st. I thought I would just shout out to Talia. She joins us on Friday nights sometimes.
Yes, Talia. I actually talk to Talia most Thursday nights. I love you, Talia, and have a great day. We miss you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we have Impact Family everywhere. I know we say it often, but we have family in Toronto, Impact Church Toronto with Pastor Tim.
Yep.
And, just with COVID, Toronto has gone back into lockdown, which is a little bit frustrating, I'm just praying for health for everybody.
Yeah.
But so with that lockdown comes church is back to doing fully online. They're back to doing church fully online. And so we're just praying for them. We had staff meeting and we were just praying for them because there's nothing like doing church in person, but you want to be safe at the same time.
Absolutely, yep.
And so, they've been following with us in the sermon series, Move. I think the past couple of weeks, they might still be on the Move series, just going through the book of Mark, which has been really, really great.
Yep.
And I've actually pulled a video of Pastor Tim just from his sermon on Sunday. So media team, if you want to roll.
Jesus was more than that. In the resurrection, Jesus is revealed to be the Son of God, the Messiah, as he claimed to be. And the resurrection, again, changes everything because the full, true identity of Jesus is revealed. He is risen. He is not here. Jesus is not in the tomb. He is not dead. He is alive. Now, the thing is, we have to ask ourselves, and what does that mean for us? Adrian Warnock gives this definition of a Christian and says any Christian from any denomination throughout history, if you truly are a Christian, would agree with this definition. A Christian is someone who believes in the physical resurrection of Jesus Christ and lives in light of the implications of that event. Just believing that Jesus rose from the dead, obviously that is so important. But I like the last part, and you live in the light of the implications of that event, because it does change everything in your life when you know that he is risen.
Isn't that good? It's so good to see like family face and to know that they're going along with us. But I love what Tim said about the resurrection of Jesus, that it changes everything. And then living out of this truth that he is alive.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes along just too with our grace message of the divine paradox. Like what Jesus did on the cross, grace, it just isn't fair.
Yeah.
There's the cross and the resurrection, very powerful. And it's once we get a revelation of that truth and start to live it out. But it's so good. And so we're just praying for our Impact Toronto family, just as they transition back to doing everything online, that it runs smooth, and just creative ways to stay connected with their family down in Toronto.
Yeah, I'm praying for Toronto as well, that this lockdown won't last long, and everybody will be able to get back. Restaurants will be opening, churches will be opening, people will be able to gather. That's going to happen.
Yes.
We're just believing
Yes, it will. And everywhere in the world, right?
Yeah.
We're just praying. I remember at the beginning of this, Pastor Carl was just praying Psalm 91.
Yeah.
Just the protection of the Lord, the divine protection and the healing, because Jesus paid for healing, right? And so we get to partake in healing. And even peace, that we don't have to be afraid of what's going on, but that we can sit just in how big God is, that he's looking out for us.
Yeah. God didn't give us a spirit of fear, right?
No. And no weapon formed against us will prosper.
Amen.
So,
come on.
It's so good.
Come on.
Well, we have some really, really great kids ministry stuff happening. Next Sunday, we have our big Christmas event for our kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so what time is it going to be at?
So right after service from 12 to 1, we have a safe, socially distant kids party happening.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be similar to the Hallelujah party, the back to school bash. It'll be different station. Kenisha's working really, really hard on making it super fun for the kids' activities and stuff. All again, COVID safe, but the kids will always be blessed when they leave. There's always over and abundant of goodies for them to take home and fun.
Yeah. And my kids love the events. Like the Hallelujah party was so fun. And like all
they
the
walked
kids,
home with a massive bag of candy, times three.
So thank you, Impact Church, for feeding
Jen,
my candy addiction.
Your kids have such a sweet tooth. One of her kids in the background's giving me like a big thumbs up.
Oh yeah.
But in my office, I have a candy bowl, and it probably should be filled with healthy things, but no, I try to mix it up and do chocolate and.
Yeah, and Zach yells at our kids because they steal all of Madeline's candy.
Oh, you can't. Not at 8:30 in the morning or 9 a.m. in the morning. So, but speaking of kids, we actually have Miss Kelly wanted to do just a sit down and go over just a couple of different things because Kids Church has opened here at Impact Church for kids, 8 and under. And so just wanted to let people know how that's going and how the transition has been from no kids church since COVID to opening the first Sunday in November. So let's watch that.
Hey there, Maddie.
Hey, Miss Kelly.
So we have opened up the Impact Kids again.
Woohoo! How long has it been?
It has been about a month.
Yeah.
It's been since the beginning of November.
That's right. And how's it been going upstairs? Tell me about it.
It's actually been going really good. I'm really proud of all of the kids. They've been able to follow all of the protocols really well. So we've been able to maintain our distance and still just have a really great fun time in the classroom. They know all the rules surrounding the mask.
Yep.
Lots of hand washing.
Yes.
But much more than that, so much fun.
Good. And roughly how many kids have you been getting upstairs?
So we've been pretty close to capacity, which is up to 15 kids per room. So in the new year, I would really love to get another room opened up. So if you are interested in volunteering with the Impact Kids, please get in touch and we can get you trained up and ready to go for the new year. We can
I think you do such a good job with the kids, Kelly.
Oh, thank you. Anyways, if you haven't been back to Impact Kids, I miss you. Can't wait to see you.
Isn't that good?
So good.
She's doing a really good job up there, and she does need volunteers. So if there is a little bit of an application process, but we have volunteer packages ready at the back, or in the guest center that you can fill out and then just get helping with the kids. It's, we only do service an hour and 15 minutes now, just to keep things going. And so even once a month, or if it's once every 2 months that you can do. But speaking of volunteering, there's actually a couple different opportunities. I know, in the past couple of pre-shows, we've flashed up all the opportunities, not just in-house, but also online. If you are watching from home and that's you're comfortable with, we have like a virtual lobby afterwards. And prayer rooms are available virtually.
Yeah.
So there's lots of stuff you can get plugged into.
Absolutely.
And then for the kids, next week, if you want to come to the Christmas party, it's going to be a lot of fun. We just ask that you sign up, RSVP, so you can let the church know and sign up how many kids you're going to be bringing. But yeah, it's going to be a bunch of fun. But before that, this Tuesday, it's kind of last minute. But with COVID going on, we've been doing scavenger hunts for the kids. What else have we been doing? Oh, we've been going on adventures for half an hour around the world.
There were some really good ones. You guys went to some great places. The Arctic, I think, was my favorite.
In the middle of summer. So it was funny. So to get into character, Kelly and George had these massive hot coats on, and they were in the back there, and we had a fan blowing to keep them cool as they were in the middle of summer. But anyways, we couldn't have the fan on because it was affecting the sound in the microphone. So for a solid half an hour, they're just sweating in their coats. Anyways, what we wouldn't do for the kiddies. So this coming Tuesday, we're doing a Christmas-themed scavenger hunt. Usually these scavenger hunts are at 10 a.m., but we're actually making at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, just because if kids are going to school or they're doing something on Zoom with their classes, that they can still come.
That's awesome.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's so good. So tune in then.
Jen, I meant to ask you how the scavenger hunts have gone in the Sloan household.
My kids love scavenger hunts. It's interesting with 3 dogs. Anytime somebody walks in the room, they all start barking, and but it's awesome.
So how it goes, the scavenger hunts is we'll be sitting there like, okay, kids, we did a color scavenger hunt, and it was, okay, I need you to go somewhere in your house and find something that is squishy and purple. And so what the kids have to do is when we say on your marks, get set, go, they have to run somewhere in their house, find that object, take a picture of it, and send it in. And so, times 3, that'll be really chaotic. But so we're doing a Christmas themed one. So it could be like, I need you to go somewhere in your house and find a red and green candy cane. And so it gets the kids going, something fun to do for like a half an hour. And it's fun. A little competition, safe competition for the kids.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Right? So
it's really awesome.
Well, welcome to everybody in-house and watching online. We've got a bunch of fun stuff happening at Impact Church, but if you're newer and maybe you're in-house, we have guest packs if you haven't gotten one yet, just to bless you guys with some goodies inside, and then you'll find a guest card in there. We just ask that you fill it out because we want to, give you a call in the week and see if you need anything, if you had any questions.
Yeah.
And then online on the front page of our website, we have a connect bubble. A connect bubble, and so you can find that, click it, and then just fill out some information.
Yeah.
But there it is. It's that first one. So
awesome.
And then giving, do you want to tell people how they can give?
Yep, so you can go to our website through PayPal and through e-transfer. Our email address is giving@impactlondon.ca, and giving is our password.
And if you have a check, her
Zach
husband
will come pick it up.
will come pick it up. Well, it's 9:58, which means we are going to get ready for worship now. So, it's exciting that we get to worship together, right?
Yeah,
All
our
right.
worship team's the bomb.
No, they are. They really are. All right, we'll see you guys in a bit.